Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, and today we're going to be providing tips and techniques, answers to questions, and fun little facts on a frequently asked questions episode. And these questions come from viewers that have left comments or questions in the comment section of various videos. And well, I think that they're broad enough that we can enhance everybody's understanding of fishing reel service and repair, pass along some tried and true techniques, and solve some problems in a quick sort of way that everybody can benefit from and enjoy. And we're going to get started. The first one actually was a recent question that got asked. They said, I have a quick release, fast release, easy cast, whatever your manufacturer is calling it, fishing reel, and when it goes to stop and anti-reverse, it's nowhere near my trigger finger. It should be, well, it should be over here, right? But it's not stopping. How do I fix that? Well, I guess the first question is, how did it get unfixed? Because it's a fairly simple solution to it, and usually involves somebody having the reel apart. But we're going to show you a quick fix to this one, just because I can do that. But if you pick this reel up at a flea market, or you got handed it and somebody said it's not working and you don't know anything about it, I recommend that you take the reel apart completely. You do a service on this reel, you clean it all up, inspect it, make sure all the parts are right, and of course fix this issue where it's stopping in the back, not in the front. Okay, how do we do that? I'm going to show you how to do it without taking the reel apart. Take your spool off, remove the tie down. In this case, we have a tie-down screw. Now again, if you don't know the reel at all, and if you're not doing a video on just how to fix this particular issue, then take the whole reel apart and service it. But we're going to just show you the easy fix to this one. Remove the tie-down nut for the rotor. And then simply pick the rotor up, rotate it 180 degrees, drop it back down, tighten the nut, and of course, if the reel was just serviced and you made this problem because you created the problem, well, then you just finish it off like this, tighten up your nut, a little bit more, I guess, put your set screw back in. Spool on, spin it. How do you like that? It's back where it belongs. So why did that happen? Well, there's a cam that's on the pinion gear sleeve right here. That cam sits in one position. There's a corresponding cam on the back end of the rotor. When it is offset, it's going to bring it to whatever side it is set up to. So in this case, when the reel was reassembled, it was reassembled with the rotor facing 180 degrees the wrong way. All we did was turn it 180 degrees back to where it should be. There you have it. Problem solved. Okay, that's the first one. Now, second one said, here's a tip. This one came in from Al. He actually shared a YouTube video. I did go watch it. I unfortunately did not take down the note of the folks that were doing that video. It said, I know you struggle from time to time with small screws. Here's a way to help you with that. It involves a magnet and a screwdriver. He said you can basically magnetize any screwdriver. And the video goes on to show you how to do that. So I found my handy dandy magnet. If you take the magnet on a steel bladed screwdriver, run it down the blade. That should be magnetized. Magnetized, this is too big a piece, but you get the idea. It's holding it, right? Now, that's how to do it on any tool that has a steel blade. Here's a word of caution. If you have a stainless steel piece, it's not going to do it. Stainless steels are non-magnetic. But that's enough that if you have a steel screw, that magnetic force will hold it. They sell them that way. I have a magnetic tipped screwdriver, and it works quite wonderfully. This one's a Phillips head, but you get the idea. Here's what I didn't know and what I learned from that video. You can demagnetize it by running it in the opposite direction. Doesn't work. I am not a scientist. I have no idea why that is. It is. But if you do need a magnetic tip, you don't have to run out and buy one. If you have a magnet, simply, again, just run it down a tip. There you go. It's magnetized. To demagnetize, run it the other way. I know they sell tools and that on Amazon and that can do that for you. I just thought it was fun, and I wanted to thank Al for passing that along. Next one came in. Let's see where we're going with this. Kind of fun. We got a lot of these things. There's one that came in from Robert. Robert said, wanted to know if the spools were interchangeable on a Mitchell Garcia, or a Mitchell without the Garcia, or a Garcia without the Mitchell. I think it's a Garcia without the Mitchell. 4410 and 4430. All right, well, I don't know that. I can't say with any certainty. But if you ever have questions like this, people have asked me, will a drag washer from one reel fit another reel? Will a screw set fit that? Simply go to the internet. These are off of a site called Mitchell Museum, I believe. Get the schematic for each reel. The schematics will show you parts listings. And when I looked for the spool here, it's an 81-285. This spool is an 82-545. They're not the same part numbers. They're not interchangeable. If you look at the design, the whole design of the reels are different as well, which would be a clue that they're not interchangeable. Some are. You might find some reels out there that are sitting particularly between the 50s and the 60s, or the 30s and the 40s, where it's just a matter of line capacity where you can use those. In other cases, you can't. All right, well, here's one from Anthony. Tony is out in California. He sends me a lot of tips and techniques. He's been rebuilding some reels using my videos. He said that he found someone out there that had a solution for fixing corroded posts, or at least disguising the posts. He found somebody that found some common uses for some metal tubing. So Tony said that he went on the internet or watched some hacks, and somebody found some wind chimes that are metal, and they were crafty enough to take the wind chimes, cut them to length, make it a sleeve over the top of the one that was corroded to dress up the reel. Well, here's one that I found somewhere along the line. This goes back quite a ways. I think I was actually on a boat and intrigued by somebody who had done this, and I thought, isn't that interesting, right? What does that involve? Well, it involves using your tube luring, your lure tubes that you would use to cover your hooks on jigs and the like. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it with this one, but you want to find one that's got a tight, but not too tight, if you will, opening, that the inner diameter of the tube is close to the outer diameter of the corroded post. Generally speaking, I think if I use some dish soap, put a little dish soap into the hole of that tube, kind of like that, and then take that and put it over the post. Well, you get the idea. I'm not going to put it too much further, but not only will it dress up the reel and hide the corrosion, but it actually makes the reel look pretty interesting. And the nice thing about it is, one, if it does get scarred up, dirty, dinged up, whatever, you take it off and put on another piece. You can see I got enough of this. But also, it dresses the reel up. I'm certain that if you put that on a reel and take it fishing, somebody's going to ask you, where did you get those neat-looking posts from? Well, it's a hack, right? It's just simply using the tube, a little bit of dish soap, and a little bit of ingenuity or know-how or craftiness, as Tony describes it, and so on. Well, before I go much further, if you like these types of things, I want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel. I try to cover an awful lot of bases with this, And simply subscribing to my channel and using the notification button will show you a lot of different videos that I've been posting. Recently I've not only done these question and answers, I've tried to do a series I'm just starting now on well, fishing reel repair 101 for beginners and people who want to start a reel service business, for example. I've done others on the histories of reel manufacturers and the like. So I'm kind of having fun doing things in addition to doing the standard reel repair. And if you like these, please subscribe. If you do subscribe, use that notification button. And as always, if you like this video, please like it. It does help with the rankings and the ratings of the videos, and in getting more folks to learn about reel repair and giving reels a second chance. Well, so far we've talked about how to reset a faulty rotor, talked about magnetizing a screwdriver, talked about covering up on a corroded post. What else we got? This one was sent in by, I'm going to apologize, I probably should have done a better job of organizing here, but that's kind of the way it goes away. James with a Esteban maybe, or something to that effect. He says he goes to the cosmetic counter in some stores. They give away cosmetic eye brush, my eye brushes for free as samplers. You can use that to clean out bores and the like inside handles, gear sleeves, like we saw with the other one and the like. This is not that. This is a version of a cosmetic brush, but oftentimes you'll see me cleaning pieces and parts with wire brushes or big bristle brushes or toothbrushes or the like. This one's a little bit finer. It's smaller and it can get into some tight spots that well, maybe those other brushes just can't do a very good job of cleaning with. So tip here from James, don't ignore the cosmetic counter. There's a lot of good little cleaning tools that you can find there, and that would be one of them. Finally, I was asked if I have a broken pawl on a reel and I can't identify it, or it's no longer made by the manufacturer, is there any way I can get a pawl? And the answer is yes. And I found this, I believe it was on YouTube. Somebody was talking about how to measure out ceramic pawls, and then I went on to eBay and I just put in ceramic pawl, and there were vendors out there, and this one happens to have come off of that, a vendor out there selling ceramic pawls as replacements for the metal ones. And if your reel has a pawl in it, measure it. You want to measure from the tip of the pawl to the base, and you want to measure the diameter of the cylinder. If you have those two, here's 4 different sizes of ceramic pawls. One of them may fit your reel. Not all pawls were created equal. They do vary from reel to reel, but they stay within a relatively tight confined. So don't think because you're working on a Fluger reel from the 1980s that has been discontinued and you can't find parts support for, that you're out of luck with the pawl. You may not be. It may measure up to one of these or others, and it's just a tip that I wanted to pass along. Well, as you can see, we get a lot of interesting questions that come in. I'm fascinated by the width and breadth of those questions and happy to help with the answers where I can. I hope you've enjoyed these. I hope you take the time to ask a question if you don't know. What's the old saying? There are no stupid questions, only the ones that go unasked. So go ahead and ask. I will try to provide those answers and share them with the rest of the community. Before I go, I want to take a moment to thank our police, fire, safety, rescue, and everybody involved in keeping us out of harm's way. I truly appreciate their career decisions and dedication. I want to thank you for watching. I want to encourage you again to subscribe. And if you do subscribe and do watch the videos, please like them. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, wishing everybody a great day.